Kia ora, good evening. It's the biggest spike so far. 11 new coronavirus cases have been confirmed. Patients now spread across most of the country.
Borders have closed as the country attempts to contain the spread.
Today, I'm reporting there are 36 new COVID-19 cases in New Zealand as at 8 o'clock this morning.
We currently have 102 cases. But so did Italy once. We will move to alert level 3 nationwide. After 48 hours, the time required to ensure essential services are in place, we will move to level 4.
Alright, let's see if this is ready. Yep, it should be. Man, what a time to be alive. It's currently around 10:22, as you can see. And just a little over an hour and a half before New Zealand undergoes complete lockdown. And in this video, I just want to talk about this kind of just want to share with you guys the experience that I kind of not really let me just rephrase this. So in this video, I really just want to share with you guys my experience in regards to this whole COVID-19 situation, and really just give you guys kind of like an update. It's like an update video of what I'm gonna do the next couple of weeks to really just of coping this whole situation, and hopefully you guys can get something out of this video. For those of you guys who don't know who I am, I'm Vincent. I'm a second year student at AUT, and I'm currently placed under lockdown, not really lockdown, quote unquote, placed under quarantine in this house with my other friends. Yo, Cam! You wanna be in the video? What is this? Yo. So this is one of my friend Cam who lives downstairs. Yeah, say hi to the camera. How do you feel about this whole thing at the moment? Back to what we were saying before. So this is Cam who lives downstairs with me. So it's me, Cam, and 5 other friends. We have been quarantined in this house for nearly a week now. So it was like, what? When was it? Thursday?
Too long ago.
Yeah, too long ago, since Thursday.
I've been here since Wednesday.
Since Wednesday, yeah. So it's almost been like a week before this whole lockdown was put into place. Just to backtrack it a little bit, last week on Thursday, we were advised by Healthline to self-isolate for 14 days after one of our flatmates who lives downstairs, upstairs, were displaying flu-like symptoms. I think she was like having fevers and stuff. Yeah. So around she was having fevers, and it was like pretty early in the morning when they announced this whole news to us. Were you like sleeping this whole time?
Probably.
Yeah, we were there like walking downstairs and stuff.
Yeah, I was probably like...
Yeah.
I don't know, I was pretty half-dazed. I woke up and Jefferson knocked on my door.
Yeah.
He's like, we have coronavirus. I don't know, I was pretty phased, to be honest.
I had like a morning class, so I was just getting ready to go change, get ready for this whole thing. And then, as he said earlier, Jefferson was like, who's one of our flatmates upstairs, he was like knocking on our door, and then after that he was just like, oh, yo, we're self-isolated for 14 days. I was like, oh shit, this is actually happening. Because like the week before that, I was always like, you know how America's, they like, with all the Ivy League schools, they're like closing down and stuff.
Really? Like completely?
Yeah, like Harvard and stuff like that.
Oh.
Yeah. So I was just joking around saying that, oh, can it just happen to us right away? Like, I don't want to go uni, and look at where we are right now. It's kind of screwed. Yeah, I feel like a lot of things started happening on that day. So, first of all, the amount of confirmed cases started to increase exponentially every single day. It was like 8 cases, like just like this. It was like this, but then it went like this straight away. So like it was around like 8 cases from what I remembered, like during that week. I think it was like 8 cases, right?
It's pretty small.
Yeah, it was like 8 cases, something insignificant. And then it jumped from 8 to 28 cases the day after that. And as we were talking right now, we're sitting at 205 cases. Classes across all universities in New Zealand were suspended for a week. And just to give that time for like teaching staffs and all the professors to transition from, in-campus work to remote teaching. In case of campus closing down, but as of right now, AUT is in like full closure, which means there will be no like online classes, no assignments for the next month or so. And yeah, Cameron, he goes to your way.
Must be nice.
He goes to your way, so yeah. I have this whole month to myself. How do you feel about that? Now that the good thing about this is now that I have the whole month to myself, which he doesn't. So I'm gonna really just spend this time, really just to hone down my passion, like get better at my filmmaking, as you can see over here, make better content for you guys, maybe like develop new skills as well, get better at cooking, and this guy's is a chef obviously. And also just back to what we were saying, yeah, just use this time to really just hone in my passions, get better at cooking hopefully, because I've been making the same stuff every single day.
So good.
Yeah. And yeah, just work on some side projects as well. And I'm gonna be studying! And speaking of dedicating this time to myself, I actually received news from my workplace saying that the store might be open during this whole lockdown. So for those of you who are curious about where I work at 2 Degrees, and it's one of the top 3 telecommunications companies. And since telecommunications sector is considered as an essential service, I'm risking my chance of getting coronavirus and all the people here as well. Luckily, our head office is like discussing this situation with our with the government representatives. So hopefully we'll get an answer by the end of this week. If we don't have to go to work, which I hope it's the case, double fingers crossed, and all the wages that during the whole lockdown period will be subsidized by the New Zealand government as part of the relief package to help like support all the small businesses who are affected by this whole COVID-19. After the whole situation of us discovering that we have to self-isolate for 14 days, did you call like your GP and stuff? Did you make attempts to like
I was a bit
get yourself checked out and stuff?
I was a bit negligent in that part, but
Yeah.
I did try to call Healthline, but I got hung up on twice.
For me, like the next couple of days, it was just me going back and forth with my GP and then Healthline, because I was just trying to think of the best plan of action to take, because I was like developing like symptoms as well. It was just like cold symptoms like runny nose and then headaches. I'm pretty sure you experienced it as well.
I had my symptoms quite a while, like a significant time before you guys, like probably like almost a month, I would say.
Like before this whole thing started.
Yeah, but I think in like defensive Healthline, there's a lot of people. Like there's only so many people in the call center.
Yeah,
It must be so rough, eh? Just like
just
if we do like a
imagine
skit,
it
you'll be like looking at like the wall of calls that you have to get.
Yeah.
And most of it's just like, I have coronavirus! It's like, how do you know that? It's like, I just saw you! God got so me!
And I was having like, not only like cold, like I was like headaches, but it was not just like normal headaches, but it's like sharp headaches that I experienced for the first couple of days.
So I've been having headaches the whole night, and the weird thing about my headache was that I felt like it came from the nerves from my shoulders rather than from the head. And yeah, just keep having this weird sensation. It's just, I don't even know what's going on.
And I was also like, I was having nosebleeds as well. Like Cam probably knows this because we share bathrooms together, and you'll like notice the showers there'll be like blood and stuff, and in the sink there'll be like little droplets of blood, and you're just like, what the hell is going on? It's like, bro,
Are you dying?
Yeah, it's like, yo, are you dying? But yeah, I was like, you know what? I should just call my GP just in case, get myself checked up. So I called him. I called my GP, and I kind of told him the whole situation about this stuff, and then as soon as I said like COVID-19, like you can just hear it from like
The tone?
Yeah, like she was just like, it was like an awkward silence, and you're like, that she's like one of those, he's like, oh, she wants to help you, but she knows she can't help you, that kind of thing. So she kind of hesitated for a few seconds, and she's like, yeah, we don't accept those COVID-19 cases. Yeah. And then she advised me to like call Healthline, which I did.
and I ended up waiting for like an hour or so and a half, only for them to tell me to self-isolate and then seek a GP if anything goes worse. So at the end I just gave up because like, yeah, it's not really worth it. I think only Jefferson went to get the checkup out of everyone in this flat, even though we were like showing like minor symptoms.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like only he went up for a checkup, and then just all of us were just like,
it's
yeah,
kind of
nah.
on our part a little bit. I say a little bit, but
Yeah.
like, we just kind of thought, oh man, oh well.
Yeah.
Just like just pray that you just don't.
Yeah, just finger crossed.
Natural selection of the
Natural
day.
selection of the day. So yeah, but thankfully everyone is doing okay now. None of us is showing symptoms. We're strong, healthy boys and girls. You know what's the funny part about this whole thing?
Yeah.
He's at it again.
Am I literally just like sniffle this,
Yeah.
a sneeze, like, and then just like,
But yeah, like the whole funny thing about this, none of us really paid attention to this whole thing until last week when we were like self-isolated. Every single time like the flat, we were just like always talking about this whole thing, like keeping updated with live streams from the Ministry of Health and then live streams from the Prime Minister and all that. Like I'm pretty sure none of us were that attentive before this whole thing broke out.
it was more like when the level 3 came through, right?
Yeah, that's when everyone started like paying attention to all different news outlets, like typing Google like New Zealand coronavirus, like keeping updated with the numbers every single day.
And then going to the supermarket,
Yeah.
buying ridiculous amounts of stuff.
Yeah, it was just crazy amount. And that day when it was announced that we were going to level 4, like everyone in this flat were literally glued on the TV like for like 20-30 minutes.
We will move to alert level 3 nationwide. After 48 hours, the time required to ensure essential services are in place, we will move to level 4. These decisions replace the most significant restrictions on New Zealanders' movements.
And yeah, it was just like a kind of
Surreal.
surreal experience. Like everyone was started like reacting strongly to it. Like everyone was like like screaming. I'm pretty sure it was recorded. And yeah, everyone just started texting their friends, messaging like everyone on social media, updating that on their stories, and like calling parents and stuff. And yeah, it was just like I said, like a crazy ass experience. Now that we already shared what happened to us and all that, we're just gonna give you guys an update what's to come the next 4 weeks. Well, they say 4 weeks, but we never know if it's gonna be 4 weeks. So I'll just say indefinitely.
Just the minimum of 4 weeks.
Yeah, with minimum of 4 weeks, but it might, according to what people say, it can be 4 weeks to up to 18 months. So
18 months.
yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, so we're just gonna give you guys like what we have. First off, food. Thankfully, food is not something that we're really concerned about, just because supermarkets and stuff are still open, like pharmacies, so we can get all the essential like supplies and stuff. And also, we're blessed to have Cam's parents. So the other night, like they came from Raglan, which is like 2 hours away from Auckland. And they literally, like, as soon as they came into the house, they were like bringing boxes of like food. And what do we have? Like food, snacks, like drinks. We have like a couple of liters of like
some,
L&Bs and
sanitary products.
Masks,
Like 10 kgs of rice.
10 kgs of rice.
Some cooking oil.
Yeah, we even got like
orange
toilet
juice,
rolls.
yeah,
Like,
some toilet
we have
roll.
like this mask as well. Like apparently this one, like, have so much stuff right now, like that we don't even know where to put it. And like Cameron was like cleaning up the pantry the other day, so hopefully we can put more stuff. But yeah, as of right now, like food and stuff is not of concern. And also what like our Prime Minister said, that it's like we never run out.
Yeah, which is extremely fortunate.
Yeah, the food stuff is out of the way, like we don't have to worry about that essentially. And also we bought like board games, card games, and we even like have like video games consoles in our flat. So you know, just really to just keep us preoccupied for the next couple of weeks, and also just use this opportunity to just develop deeper bonds with each other, and yeah, and just walk this journey together as we
go through this unprecedented times together. Unprecedented times. And also K-dramas. Just to give you guys an update, me and my other flatmate Finn, we recently just finished Itaewon class. So, and we're also looking forward to watch another K-drama. So if you guys...
Finished, is it?
Huh?
It's not finished.
Yeah, it's finished.
Like finished.
Yeah, it's finished.
Like inclusion and everything.
Yeah. It's only... The last episode was like released Sunday. And that's when we finished binge watching it. For those of you guys who have like suggestions and stuff like that, make sure to just leave in the comment so we can check it out. But yeah.
Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. Oh.
Into the end.
And also, I just want to point something out. Like, if you don't have the privilege of living with friends like us, just regardless, just stay connected on social media with friends. You know, both of us are like pretty active on Discord. So that's one of the main channels that we use to communicate with our other friends and really just hang out and stuff. And really just do your best to constantly just support each other and check up on each other during this time, because, you know, with this whole situation going, you know, it can really affect people's mental health, especially. And just because we're social distancing doesn't mean that you should like socially isolate yourself from everyone, you know. I've been through that phase and it's not fun at all. And also just have fun. You know, stay positive. You know, for us, we're always having fun regardless.
It's happening. Wait. I got an idea.
Always making each other laugh, just at random times, and just bantering, because like we really need it during this time. And yeah, but most importantly, just keeping on track on your physical and mental health, as I said earlier. Not sure about you, but like me and Ken, we've been noticing that we gained quite a lot of like...
I've gained 2 kgs.
Yeah.
How much have you gained?
I've gained 2 kgs since last week as well.
It's been since Wednesday, and I've said I probably eaten like 5 or 6 bags of chips.
Dang.
No, just out of boredom. My nose is leaking again!
Oh gosh. Alright, well, yeah, so we've just been terrible with our weight maintenance, but thankfully we have like dumbbells and like kettlebells and also like a pull-up bar in our flat. And also another bonus, one of our flatmates and friend, Justin, he does like kickboxing, so yeah, we're just probably thinking of like gonna do like Muay Thai, you know, kickboxing lessons, and also just set up like a workout studio, because literally where we live downstairs, like there's like it's like an outside area where it's just like empty. Like we only have like a couch and a fridge, and that's about it. Oh yeah, I was just talking about how we should set up like a workout studio.
Oh
yeah. So the next couple of weeks, just try your best to, you know, develop new passions and hobbies. And for once, I'm gonna sound very old saying this, but actually pick up a book and read. You know, just use this time to really just like invest in your personal growth and self-development. And he's shaking his head right now because he called me a nerd the other day.
I haven't read a novel since you told me.
It's just crazy to think, you know, last week, exactly a week ago, we were just living out normal lives. You know, what were you doing? Going to class, hanging out with friends outside, procrastinating, eating food, enjoying different cuisines and stuff, and now we're here
convincing ourselves that we're being productive.
Yeah, and we're still convincing ourselves after we're inside. But hey, we got each other, right? We're in this together, guys.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, no social contact. That's the number one rule. Like, yeah. Yep, so this is the end of the video. Make sure to wash your hands, stay hydrated. I actually need to do that.
I think that's the most important part, eh? Just like practicing basic
hygienes.
You know,
stay on top of your personal hygiene, guys.
For the entirety of your life.
Since you're a pretty clean person, just give them a few tips on really just stopping the spread.
Just remember how to function as a, you know, normal member of society. Wash your hands, stay hydrated, don't get coronavirus.
And most importantly, if you do show like symptoms of coronavirus, make sure to lock yourself in your room. Don't have any contact with anyone, especially if you're in a situation where you're living with others. Like, this is very important. Like, yeah, just doing your part in stopping the spread. So if you guys want to follow me and Cam's journey, we're pretty active on, like, for me, I'm pretty active on my Insta stories, and he usually gets featured in them. So if you want to keep updated with that, make sure to follow my IG. And do you want to plug your IG as well?
No, it's private.
It's private. Okay, never mind. More videos will come soon. Now that I have more time to just be in my room and I can think of new ideas and actually write for like new short films and new video ideas that I have in mind. And yeah, that's all I have to say. Do you have anything to say to end this video? Okay, I actually have to hop off right now because I need to go on Discord with my friends, and this guy is just gonna stare like this the whole time. Yeah, stay safe. Say bye, Cameron. Bye. And yeah, see you guys soon. Bye.